Cowboy. Cowboy.
Well, I'm packing up my game and I'ma head out west, where real women come equipped with scripts and fake breasts. Find a nest in the hills, chill like Flint. Buy an old drop top, find a spot to pimp. Then I'm a kid, rock it up and down your block with a bottle of scotch and watch lots of crotch. Buy a yacht with a flag saying chillin' the most, then rock that bitch up and down the coast. Give a toast to the sun, drink with the stars, get thrown in the mix and tossed out of bars. Zip to Tijuana, I wanna roam, find Motown, telling fools to come back home. Start an escort service for all the right reasons, and set up shop at the top of Four Seasons. Kid rockin', I'm the real McCoy, and I'm headed out west, sucker, because I wanna be a cowboy, baby.
With a top left back and the sunshine shining.
Cowboy, baby.
West Coast chillin' with the booze
I wanna be a cowboy, baby.
riding at night 'cause I sleep all day.
Cowboy, baby.
I can smell a beat from a mile.
She said I'm going out with my girlfriends. Margaritas at the Holiday Inn. Oh, have mercy, my only thought was tequila makes her clothes fall off.
Beat her down.
I'm your Broncos there, son. I'm not your son, and you ain't my sis, but I am the law.
Ugh. Shut in the
I'm
back.
only so glad I just didn't go home and wait.
Well, I think the happy there, Don. Thank you for that. Well, that's as good as time was ever to us, buddy, Allie. Let's give it up.
So we are at the Ranch Inn. Forgive the mess. We have a lot of prepping to do. We are in room 211 at the Ranch Inn, just south of the town square. Pretty cool pictures. Bed was really comfortable, and they gave us plenty of soft pillows. I slept like a baby last night. How about you?
I do too.
You slept like a baby? Yeah. Yeah. Considering how little sleep we got the night before, yeah, it was decent. We were gonna get some really good sleep. So let me take you outside and show you the view. That's my Kia Soul rental down there. I do not feel like a hamster. There's the Snow King. You'll notice it's a little hazy, as it turns out to be smoke from the wildfires out west. I just found out this morning there's a pretty bad one burning about 100 miles west of here in Idaho Falls. But yeah, otherwise looks like a gorgeous day. We'll find out for sure. They say rain or snow could possibly pop up at any time of the day, any time of the year. So hopefully it doesn't snow on us, because I'm wearing shorts. So
I'm wearing a tank top.
and she's wearing a tank top.
I think I'll freeze.
I think you'll put on a jacket. I'm pretty sure you'll put on a jacket. So right.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, she's already got it ready. Alright. So this is my third time out here in the last 3 years. First time I did a solo trip to, well, up into Cascade Canyon. It was just a day hike, and then I went into, it'd be the Howard Eaton Pass south of Old Faithful, up down, or I should say down around Shoshone Lake, and ended up rolling my ankle, so I had to call that one short. The next year, kind of an unplanned trip, kind of a impromptu kind of thing, I came out here with my brother to do a backcountry trip up in Lamar River Valley. Beautiful views, but those damn horse flies and black flies and God knows what other kind of flies were absolutely horrible, and it really kind of unmotivated us to even want to deal with it, so we kind of left early. And probably good news, or probably on a good note too, because it turned out my cat was sick, and by the time I made it back home, he died that next day. So this time, third time's a charm, I hope. I brought Jen out here with me, and we are hopefully going to make this one work. Last night we got into town, went over to the Snake River Brewery. Pretty good food. Slightly overpriced, but considering how awesome it was and the environment and the beer and whatnot, it definitely well worth it. The brick oven pizza, to die for. It was actually really good. I had a bison burger, absolutely delicious. Then last night we went over to $1 Million Cowboy Bar.
Charlie Jenkins.
Awesome. Who was it?
Charlie Jenkins, however you say it.
Charlie Jenkins, I guess. He's pretty good. They did a really good job last night. A lot of people were up in there, but it was a really good time. This morning we're going to head into Yellowstone and do the typical touristy stuff, kind of get some things squared away before we hit the trail tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be hitting the Dog's Head Trail, heading over to Shoshone Lake again, only coming in from the east side instead of the north side like I did 3 years ago. Should be pretty good, somewhat level terrain. We'll camp out on the east shore of Shoshone Lake tomorrow night, and then the next morning we'll cross the Lewis River Channel and head into Site 8M2, which is where I was 3 years ago. Other than that, I'll try not to bore you with any drive time stuff. You got plenty of that from some of my other videos. But yeah, tune in, and I hopefully have somewhat of a decent adventure for you. So. Okay, so we stopped here at the Snake River in Wilson, Wyoming, just outside of Wilson, Wyoming. Over there is a road that takes us up to Teton Village. That's the Tetons over there, shrouded in the smoke I mentioned earlier. Oh, we got a guy over here about ready to take a bath, I think. So. Anyway, yeah. So it looks like things are kind of hazy from the smoke out west that I mentioned earlier. I absolutely love this part of the river. Got some scenic float tour trips going on here. I love pugs. Hey, little guy.
Cute. Can we trade our dog in for a pug?
I love pugs. Good morning. Wilbur, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, which one's this one lagging behind?
This is Lola.
Lola?
That's her speed.
That's her speed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Look at another dog.
I've always wanted a pug. I love them. Sorry I didn't bring my dashboard mount for my GoPro, but yeah, still. Last time I came into the park 3 years ago, it was all rainy and cloudy and crap, and I couldn't really see much of anything. Didn't really get many of the good views until I was already hiking up into the mountain, or driving out, but yeah. Can't beat that view now, can you? And I guarantee you, what it looks like on camera does not do it justice. You really need to come out here and see it for yourself. Okay, so we stopped at this Cascade Canyon turnout. It's a nice picture of it, but when you actually see it, it's a hell of a lot better than a picture. That's the canyon 3 years ago I hiked up into, or at least to the bottom of it. I didn't quite get all the way into the canyon, but we're having a good time. So we're slowly meandering our way up to Yellowstone and taking care of all that crap. So beautiful views, blah blah blah. Haven't seen any wildlife yet though, so I think they're tired of all the gawkers. We're at the brink of the Upper Falls. Not a great view, but certainly see a good Good perspective of it. Oh, there's a nice rainbow down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go this way. Do not drop your phone, hon. Yeah, really got a good view here. That is Beehive Geyser going off. I'm gonna walk onto the point and check it out. I think it's coming to an end. It's starting to sputter. What do you think of that one?
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool, that's all you gotta say?
Yeah.
Huh? Huh. Well, that was Beehive Geyser. Look at that. It's bubbling up around the whole damn rim. That was cool. It wasn't overly exciting, but to catch those bubbles just start coming up and around the edge, you know. This one looks like it's ready to go. Everything else is suddenly bubbling up. Wouldn't surprise me if it goes anytime now.
Hey, excuse me. Ze strakke poken. Oh, zie je? Ga spijgen meer. Eerst nog de natte.
Handy. Is geen spijt van handy?
Nee, nee.
Old faithful runoff. Right in the puddle. Yeah. They give it a natural channel for it to run through. I shouldn't say natural, it's clearly man-made. Okay, Jen and Ken at the Dog's Head and Lewis River Channel Trailhead. We are getting ready to hike on to our first hike, which is going to be along the Lewis River Channel, on our way to site 8S1, I believe it is, along the eastern shore of Shoshone Lake. Got another hiker going out. He's going on Dog's Head. We'll be coming back that way on Friday. So anyway, we're right here. This orange line, or pink line, whatever, that's where we'll be going. Cutting into the woods and then follow along the shoreline up the Lewis River Channel to 8S1. Tuesday, we'll wake up, head over here to 8M2. Wednesday, there's apparently some storms possible, but we're entertaining the idea of coming down here to the Shoshone Geyser Basin, check out some of the features there, and then hike back that day. Then Thursday, hike back to 8S1 before coming out the Dog's Head Trail on Friday. So, anything you'd like to say, hon?
No.
You excited?
We'll
No,
see.
you're not. No. It's gonna be fun. So, we'll get you some pictures and all kinds of cool stuff. So. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, watch your step. Hey, bear. Okay, we're only about maybe a half mile or so in, maybe 3/4. But we came across this nice little creek bed here. I was kind of hoping to see some wildlife through here when we got to this point, but it's a no-go. Unless you want to count that squawking little bird there. There's a nice little meadow over there. Might be a chance to see something over there. Our trail comes up over here and goes off over that way anyway. So, yeah, I want to share that. Alright, we have reached Lewis Lake. We've got the lake there, the main road. Out the south entrance, it's way over there where you see that car moving. If you could see from over here. I'd give it maybe a mile across the road. It's hard to tell. We got a nice view here. There's the meadows that we crossed earlier, where that dried up stream was pouring into. Got to look over here at, I believe that's Mount Sheridan straight across. Heart Lake is right on the other side of that hill, mountain. Way out there in the distance are the Tetons. And we still have yet to go all the way up there to the Lewis River Channel. So once we get to the Lewis River Channel, we'll be about halfway. You can see how crystal clear that water is. Haven't seen any fish yet though. But to be honest with you, I haven't really been looking. So we stopped to take a break here. What do you feel so far for your first hiking trip, huh? A little sore?
Yeah, my back's sore.
Your back hurts? Yeah, well, I think we may have remedied that. We put a sweatshirt on the back there to keep some of those hard spots from rubbing on our back. So, a lot of lodgepole pine here. We've seen some burnout, but pretty flat and level terrain so far. It's ideal if you're a first-time hiker, have never done this sort of thing before, and if you only live at 500 feet above sea level, like I do. So. All right, if I am mistaken, we are coming up on the Lewis River Channel here, which will be about our halfway point. I plan to stop and take a nice long break. It's about 1:45 right now, so we're making really good time. Made it about halfway there, and what would that be, about 2 hours? 2.5 tops. So, at this rate, we should be at our campsite around 5. But I don't think we're going to be able to keep up this pace. Got a lot more up and down. But yeah, we're going to stop and take ourselves a break here in a little bit. And we'll have maybe some snacks or something, and we'll be good to go. So,
as you can see, she's feeling her first hike. You remember mine from 2015. That look on her face was the look I had the second I hit the trail. So, but it's not too bad, is it?
No.
No, okay. Alright, we are working our way up the Lewis River channel. A couple of hills up and down. Sorry if my lens seems a little cloudy or obscured. I just noticed something kind of soapy on my lens. Have yet to get a really decent view of the river, but I think we're finally coming down to it, to where we can finally take our break, get a snack, replenish some water. Been a pretty nice hike so far. A couple of ups and downs, but nothing too bad. Not like that one I rolled my ankle on a few years back. Although this right here is very reminiscent of it. A lot of pine forest. Have yet to really see any wildlife. So we decided to take our break here. Looked like a pretty damn fine area to sit down and snack on some Walmart brand spicy mixed nuts and have a cigarette break. So once again, the water here is crystal clear.
Yeah, I'll take my shoes off from home. Put my feet in there.
I brought a towel. But you've already had a little wiggly wiggly in your water bottle.
Yeah, thanks to Ken.
I don't know if you want to have wiggly wigglies on your toes. So.
I don't see wiggly wiggly.
Huh.
Just swimming and swimming.
He's got to be in there.
Maybe he got filtered.
Yeah, he's probably stuck in the filter. So.
I thought it was a piece of dirt or something.
Yeah.
Nope, it was swimming.
Live straw. Filters great stuff, including little wiggly wigglies that are unidentifiable. So. Alright, we're going to take our break. Alright, we got to be within maybe 2 miles or so of our campsite. Came across this nice little hilltop after climbing a somewhat mediocre, grueling hill. But the view here was absolutely stunning. Felt I had to share it. And I certainly hope the lens on my GoPro case is not too foggy. It doesn't appear to be, but you never know. She's starting to cuss at me, so.
Yes.
But you still love me, right?
Yes, I still love you.
So, we will keep moseying on forward. Well, we've got an hour or two at best until we get to our campsite. We've been kind of taking our time. But I wanted to share that with you. So we made it to our campsite about, I don't know, about an hour ago or so. It's about 5:15 we showed up here. I was not aware that 8S0 and 8S1 are shared campsites. So we've got neighbors hanging out on the same campsite. Which may actually end up being a good thing, because as we were getting ready to head on down to the food prep area to make our dinner, realized we forgot to buy a can of propane. So we have no means to be able to cook our food tonight, or Thursday night, or Friday morning, or tomorrow morning. But today, the fact that somebody's sitting on this site with us, they might be generous enough to let us use some of their gas so we can cook some of our food. But they are not here right now. They came in on canoe down the Lewis River Channel and set up campsite here, set up their tents, got their food stuff hung up, and then they took off across the lake on the canoe. So this is all their stuff. They set up a nice little wind barrier, and they have propane, which means I can't use my stove with it because mine runs off of like butane or something. That's our food pole. That's theirs. I don't know what he's carrying here, if he brought RPGs or something. Rocket propelled grenades. Not exactly sure. And it's a pretty nice campsite nonetheless. Unfortunately, we can't have a fire here tonight. This is one of the sites, actually all the sites around Shoshone Lake prohibit fires, except the one where we'll be at tomorrow and Wednesday night at site 8M2, which is up over that hill, about 3 miles. So this is a walk down to the lake. Forgive me if the sun is causing some glare, but I cannot control what the sun does. This is the eastern shore of Shoshone Lake. Way over there, around that bend, is the western shore and the Geyser Basin. That, if you watched my video from 3 years ago, the 2015 hike, that's where I was at. That's the Lewis River Channel right down over there. We got to cross that river over there tomorrow, then hike up that trail, up that hill. So it's a pretty sight here. No complaints. So this is site 1, day 1, Monday. What is it? July 30th? July 30th. So maybe try to get some sunset views for you later. Okay, so we still are getting packed up and whatnot, or unpacked if you will, but this is our little tent site. New tent. I've yet to really try it out, but it's about half the weight of what it was I used to carry, so yeah, it's a little dirty, but yeah, it's a pretty dirty site. So sleeps too just fine, and yeah, hopefully it keeps us warm tonight. So anyway, good morning. It is Tuesday morning, day 2. It's got to be about 7 o'clock in the morning. Our neighbors are currently packing up, getting ready to leave. So where are you guys off to next?
Going to the far end of the lake where the Geyser Basin is.
Oh, over there, yeah. You setting up at, what is it, 8T1 over there? campsite?
No, I'm along for the ride.
You just along for the ride? Yeah. You're gonna trip over your shoelaces.
No. I've come to realize that some people can just do that. My son never ties his either, and he never trips.
Yeah.
Me, I'd be the first one down.
Well, I'm worried I'm gonna step on him on the tripper. So.
And then you'll get it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then I'll really hear her cussing. Somebody's a little cold. Yeah, it's gonna be 4 more days before you can have another soda hunt. So. Beautiful morning. No wildlife yet, but got the moon up there. That's kind of wild, I guess. We got our rangers packing up over there. Well, night 1 was cold. I'd probably put it down around 40 degrees. Kind of slept okay. New inflatable pillow was kind of stiff. I'll have to deflate some of that air out if I'm going to have any kind of success with it. But yeah, overall, got about 10 hours of sleep on and off, and feeling pretty well rested. I'm not hurting. My back hurts a little bit, but my legs feel great. I'm ready for the next 5-mile hike over to 8M2. So we're gonna cook some breakfast here, pack up, and go across that river over there, and then climb up that big hill. So it should be a fun day. All right, Tuesday morning. We just got camp packed up. We're ready to hit the trail. As I said yesterday, we have to start the day off crossing the river and climbing a mountain. So we got a bit of a rough start to the day, but should be a relatively easy day from there. So campsite 8S1, 8S0, shared campsite. Pretty nice. Yeah. Okay, so we just crossed the Lewis River Channel. My initial attempt, bringing the camera over, I walked right through there. It was really deep there. It came up to my hoo-haws. Then, yeah, on the way back I noticed it was a little more shallow over there, so unfortunately I don't think I caught quite the camera picture of us crossing. But, nonetheless, we made it across. Right, hon?
Yeah.
Was it cold?
Yeah.
Was it colder than, say, a swimming trip in Alaska?
Well, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so it was always a bright side. So anyway, we're gonna dry off here, get us something to drink, I guess, which consists of water. And then we'll hit the trail, which is right up that hill. So, whoa, got it?
You got that on camera, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Like, ooh, fresh water. We're gonna have to watch for poo.
Okay, so we are almost to the top of this first hill. As you can see, trees are getting shorter. Right out over there next to that meadow was where we camped at. We're kind of making a slow start here. Paused at the river for a while, find a good crossing, set up cameras, that sort of thing. But you got a good view here, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah? Got a nice selfie there earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah? I imagine that's going on Facebook. So.
Of course.
Yeah, pretty beautiful here. So we're gonna get moving along now. Still got a bit more ways of this hill to climb here. It's been not quite as grueling as that one hill I climbed 3 years ago, but this is essentially the east side of that same hill. So, or at least same hill area. So next stop might be Moose Creek Meadows. Kind of tired? Yeah. Well, we are about the halfway point today. We're coming up on Moose Creek Meadows over there. That first hill kind of took a lot out of us. Mostly her. But she's a trooper. So, aren't you?
Yes. You're welcome, honey.
Yeah. So, we're gonna push on. Take ourselves a nice long break here by Moose Creek. Rest up the legs before we gotta climb up another hill. Our campsite will be up over there somewhere. This will be our water source for the midway point.
Good day, because I'm around low.
You're almost out of water?
Yep.
Yeah, so am I. Around that peak over there and off to the west is where Shoshone Geyser Basin is. So Not sure that we'll have a chance to make it out there Wednesday, considering the weather report said it was isolated thunderstorms all day. I'm not so sure that I want to be stuck in a thunderstorm next to a lake up high in the mountains. You know, it's just a bad combination. So anyway, Moose Creek Meadows. All right, this is gonna be a little chilly. Whew, a little chilly. Now the current's strong in this one, hon, so use your poles, okay? Takes... Huh? It's fine right through here. But my feet are freezing. So take it slow, hon. All right. Be careful. Take your step. Take your time, I mean. Cold? Shit, I'm gonna go back and get the shoes. How's your feet feel?
Cold.
Refreshed? That's what I thought I heard you say. Okay, so while we were crossing Moose Creek, you saw that really pretty part. What we didn't realize is we had actually stepped onto an island, and the trail wasn't very clearly marked, and so we just decided to kind of bushwhack it and find our way off that island, and kind of found ourselves trudging through muck, water that looked like it was only calf deep, but you sank into the mud about, what, maybe 4 or 5 inches. We both managed to keep our flip-flops, but that was disgusting at best. So, but then afterwards we had to climb up this hill, and it looks like it's starting to plateau off, and from the topographical maps I've been reading, it looks like it's a straight shot to camp, which should be a little less than 2 miles from here. So we are going to make a good push. Next time you see us, we'll be at Site 8M2. Good morning. Today is Wednesday. We got into Site 8M2 last night, and pretty much set everything up. Got the tent set up, had some dinner, and went right to bed. We were pretty exhausted. So, but there's our tent. I'm going to show you around camp a little bit. First, show you the view, I suppose, since we're closer to that. I want to be quiet because there may be some kind of animal or something lurking down there. Absolutely love this site. But I was really hoping to see some kind of moose or bear or elk walking through this valley in the morning. And so far, the 2 times I've stayed here, I've been disappointed. So. They said it was going to rain today, and it still might. It did sprinkle a little bit last night. But our plan originally was to head on down to the Shoshone Geyser Basin, which is about a 4-mile walk from here. But Jen's been suffering from exhaustion, and been kind of worried about her, so we're gonna take it easy today instead. Just sit around camp, have a fire, sing songs, I don't know. So there's the tent. We're gonna take you on over to the fire food prep area. There's the pathway to get in and out to the main trail. There's the fire pit area. It's the food pole. And off over there is the pit toilet. Down there is where we go down to the river to get our water. Yeah, it's one of my favorite campsites here at the park. So, I am going to go down and get some water, get a fire going, and get started on this day. So. Good morning. It is Thursday. It's time to pack on up out of 8M2. Our plan today is to move back to the campsite we were at Monday evening, but we woke up early enough here. Hell, we woke up at 5, so it's got to be pushing maybe 5:45 now, going on 6. But that's early enough start. We might just push on out of here today. We'll see how the legs feel by the time we get back to 8S1. Worst case scenario, we stop and take a nice long break and push the last 4.5 miles out. So yeah, so we got a little bit of work to do. I'm not probably going to get a whole lot of footage for you on the way back, since we're mainly backtracking at this point. So, but yeah, it's a beautiful morning here. We got the moon shining bright. It rained last night, which tells us now that moon says it's going to be a clear day. So looks like the weather report was right. So we're going to pack up here and skedaddle on out of here. So, anything you want to say, hon?
Ready to go.
You ready to go? Yeah, me too. So, all right, until later. It's ice cold, ain't it? Moose Creek, take 2. Alright, it's about 10:30 Thursday morning. We've made it back here to the set of switchbacks that take us down to the Lewis River crossing. We've been pushing ourselves pretty good today. This one here has been a trooper. But I wanted to get this particular part on video because you can't beat a view like that. Oh, we got some kayakers down there. Remember, use your poles. Those rocks hurt the feet. Straight. Straight towards me. Whoa, 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 don't fall. Yeah, I told you those rocks hurt the feet. Wasn't as cold as this morning though, was it?
No.
Shoshone Lake, Lewis River Channel.
Oh, no, now I put my hands up higher.
Yeah, well, it's alright, they're capris, they'll dry in about 5 minutes. So, we've made it back to our first campsite basically in about half the time it took us to get out there. Okay, Thursday afternoon, we made it back to the trailhead. There's the shoebox. We got the Colorado State Forest Service here, which is strange because we're not even remotely close to Colorado. So, Monday, we came out here, hiked along the Lewis Channel Trail all the way up here to 8S1. It's about a 7-mile hike. Then from here up to Moose Creek Meadows, out to Moose Creek itself, then down to here. I'd give that about, well, looks more than 5 miles. Then today we woke up, walked all the way back out here, and then came down the Dog's Head Trail right here. One hell of a hike. We made it. Yeah, it's about 10 miles. My feet hurt, my back hurts. I'm sure she does too. But we were ready for a beer, pizza, just about anything not dehydrated. So
Look at our age there.
what? She's already changed into her flip-flops. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that concludes the hiking portion of our trip. So, okay, so yeah, we made it out of the trail and we headed on into Grant Junction and got ourselves some meat sticks and some Mountain Dew, and then we had to grab a beer. And all of it was absolutely delicious. Then we headed on over here to West Yellowstone and got a hotel room at the historic Madison Hotel, which I stayed at 3 years ago. It's a pretty nice hotel. It's pretty small, but I mean, for all intents and purposes, it serves its purpose. So, just got cleaned up. Jen took her shower. She's getting ready. We're about to head out and go get some pizza at a local bar. And then, yeah, tomorrow we'll hit up a little restaurant called the Timberline because they have the best bacon. I am honestly thinking about bacon with a side of bacon covered with bacon. So, yeah. Then tomorrow we will probably venture through the park. Just kind of do, I don't know, just typical touristy stuff on our way to Teton Village, where we will check into the Teton Mountain Lodge, or I think that's where we're staying. But yeah, that is the game plan. Saturday we fly out of here. Not sure how much more video footage I'll be able to get with just that stuff, but I'm sure I'll come up with something for you. So, anyway, it's been a treat. Okay, so we have checked into the Teton Mountain Lodge and Spa. This morning we woke up in West Yellowstone and had ourselves a pretty good breakfast at the Timberline. Wandered around West Yellowstone a little bit, did some shopping and whatnot. And we headed back through Yellowstone to get back down here at Teton Village. Here comes one of the trams that take you up to the top. So, anyway, that's pretty cool. So anyway, we got a nice hotel here. Kind of looking forward to chilling in a hot tub tonight, soaking some of these sore muscles we got. Having some beer. Said that at the same time. Anyway,
that's what we think alike.
That room right there is our room, I believe. It's one of those two rooms up there. Got kind of a log cabin feel to it. Very nice. Nice lobby. Down that way is the pool and spa. Got some old time skis up here. We are on the second floor. Here's a look down on the lobby. Got some nice pictures on the wall. We're 204, huh?
Oh.
Okay, so you walk into the room. Very basic room here. Got a dining room table, little kitchenette, couch. You got like one of these, I forget what you call them, but the beds are hidden in the walls. And that's our view. Got a nice little balcony to chill on. Stuffed moose, 22 bucks. All these items are available for sale. M&Ms, I believe is, yeah, 2 bucks. 2 bucks for a little bag of M&Ms. So, stuffed moose was 22 bucks. There's Teton Mountain Lodge water bottle. That thing over there is $19. So, got some ridiculously high priced stuff, but very nice nonetheless. Stainless steel stuff. In the bathroom, very nice, I might say. It's got the nice walk-in shower with dual shower heads. toilet. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Very small, basic kind of room, but everything that we need. Interesting picture of the lower falls of Yellowstone. So yeah, we're gonna chill here tonight. Didn't get a whole lot of footage today because it really wasn't a whole lot to do in West Yellowstone. Walked around, saw some cool stuff, you know, a lot of shopping. Very touristy kind of place, but overall wasn't necessarily what I'd say was worth spending a whole day in. So we spent about an hour walking around town after checking out the hotel, and then we came back through Yellowstone. Stopped at a couple places, Kepler Cascades, you know, just basic stops on the way down here. It's very eager to get here to the hotel. So tonight, like I said, we're just gonna chill. We're debating if we're gonna take a tram ride up to the top of the mountain or not. So we walked around Teton Village a little bit. Pretty nice, a lot of gift shops, a lot of hotels, a lot of stuff to do here. We're actually entertaining the idea of one year coming back here and bringing the kids. And it'll be, you know, a couple days here. There's a lot of stuff to do for the kids. Looks like rock climbing walls and trampolines, and there's a little splash pad kind of water fountain, you know, water squirting out of the ground kind of thing for kids. Looked like a lot of fun for kids, you know. A lot of stuff to do here, actually. You probably spend a whole week here. The gondola ride, the aerial tram to the top of the mountain, the one I just recorded a video of, that is $47 a ticket to get up to the top, but if you stay here at a hotel, you get like a $5 off coupon or something like that, so it's really only like 42 bucks, so long as you stay here. But then there are other gondolas, other trams that'll take you up. As I understand, I mean, they're little ones and they don't take you all the way to the top. But as I understand, there's a restaurant here, I believe it's called the Sweetwater or something, where if you eat at the restaurant, you get a free tram ride up to the top. But not the aerial tram, just one of their gondola, one of their ski lifts. But yeah, very nice little village. Kind of wish we had more than just one day here. But of course the rooms are pricey. But one day maybe bring the kids back here, hang out a couple of days here and down in Jackson, and then head on up to Yellowstone and check out some of the stuff up there. I think it'll be a really good time for the kids. So yeah, not a whole lot much more to do today. We might head over to the Mangy Moose for some dinner, or we might just sit here and eat leftover pizza from last night. So not exactly sure what we're gonna do. We might head on downstairs and just get an appetizer here at the oh hell, I can't remember the name of the restaurant here, but yeah, just something to hold us over. And then we're gonna just chill. It's our last night on vacation before we gotta fly out tomorrow. So I hope for the most part you guys have enjoyed what little bit of video I have here. I think most of this video I did is gonna be pictures that I took along the way. Alright, good morning. It is Saturday. Unfortunately, it is our last day here. We fly out in a few hours. Still got to return the rental car, shoebox, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, we trashed this place last night. We pretty much had a bunch to drink and went down to the bar and got more to drink. And yeah, it was a rough night. So on the once in a rare opportunity, I actually had a cup of coffee this morning to help kind of clear my head, you know. But yeah, pretty nice place. We went down to the Spur bar downstairs, and they had a pretty good group of people down there. Before that, we were up in the hot tub up on the roof. Wasn't gonna get any footage of that, but it was pretty nice. Met some people, some locals, some other people out of town, just sitting around in the hot tub. Certainly helped soothe the muscles, but I don't know that it helped much this morning because the muscles are still sore. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll
all we really got. I might get some footage as we drive back into Jackson or as we're flying out. But okay, so we're on the rooftop of the Grand Teton Lodge. Thought I'd share this with you. This was our view yesterday. First off, that was the hot tub.
I had turned on.
I see that. Very cozy. This is the view looking out towards the main road coming into the village. And a bunch of resorts. A bunch of cattle out there in the distance. Some private housing or condos or whatnot. Out that way is the town of Jackson. And of course there's the ski mountain itself. Yeah, absolutely beautiful view.